So I'm going to give a quick 3-minute approximate overview, and then we'll get into the details throughout the video. Well, thanks for stopping by to check out another video. I'm actually going to put something like a 60-second quick overview, and then if you want to learn more, you can watch the rest of the video that I already recorded. But I'm going to be talking about in this video this new AI program that I've discovered called Retune. And so this is the home page, and you can see if you scroll down a little bit how you can train it with your data and embed it on your different platforms. And I will be showing how to do that inside of a React application. And I'm currently on the free plan, which is here. And so if I click get started, it will take me to my account, which is here. And so I've already created an embedding, so I'll go ahead and click on that. Now I had uploaded a book here called Pro Git. So it's a book about the Git programmers tool. And then you can actually do a search right here without doing anything else interactively after it embeds your information. And then you come to the chatbot page, which there weren't any in here, and I created a quick chatbot. And so it still remembers the information I told it here in the prompt and talking about using Git technology. And then the conversation that you can see like a history, and then the publish commands, which I show later in the video how to do that in more detail. But basically this is the license for the free book that I used. This book has 506 pages, so it's pretty good size, a lot of information. And then this is the running application. And so I was just asking it some questions here. And please tell me more about the git pull command and all of its options. Tell me more about the git pull no rebase command. And you can see the answer and how it highlighted things. So I really like the formatting here of the information. And this is running on my local machine right now, but I could have published it to a actual real website, which I'll be getting into that in another video. And real quick, I'll pull up the code. So this is the VS Code from Microsoft, a free code editor. And there's 2 pages that I edited. This is a Create React app, which is a quick way to develop or create a new React application. And there's 2 pages, app.js, which I inserted their iframe that they mentioned here, and I changed the heading to Retune Chat. And then index.html, I put the script tag down here at the end of the page. And so those are the changes that I made based on what they said to do here on their example page right here. So that's, I guess, 3 minutes, but I thought I'd give a quick overview. And then if you want to watch all of the details about where I go through this and set it all up and use it, stay tuned and watch the rest of the video. Thanks again. Good afternoon or evening or morning. I thank you for stopping by. I'm going to talk about a new chat building program with AI that I discovered recently called Retune. And I pull it up here on the main screen. And so I'm just going to briefly scroll through their home page here. And then I also have an account created here. And I'm going to walk through the steps of how to use it. So what is it? It's a no-code AI app solution. Everything you need to transform your business with AI for custom chatbots to autonomous agents. And if we scroll down just a little here, we can see how they're saying you can do an AI for everything, build chatbots for any use case from customer support to sales and more. Train with any data. Connect any data source to your chatbot from your website to hyper-personalized customer data. Integrate everywhere. Supercharge all your favorite tools and platforms with AI all in one place. And then the pricing. And if you look around on the internet, you can find deals on the actual pricing of this for like lifetime licenses. For right now, I'm on the free plan here on the left, but I'm going to actually sign up with a lifetime license, and then I'll make another video just kind of showing the difference or what's available in that plan. And so they go on to say here, the missing front end for GPT-3. Use it to build your own AI-powered apps, no coding required. And another thing that I really like, down here at the bottom there's a roadmap, so I'm going to go ahead and pull that up. And so as you can see here, there is a roadmap with all these different features. And so they're categorized by the most popular upvotes, and it gives you an idea of what things may be created in the software platform. And if you have a feature that you don't see that you would like, you can go ahead and click on request feature and input it, and it will be considered. So I think that's a really great way to build software, to go ahead and have a roadmap published in the public like this. So if you don't see a feature after using it, you can come to this page and go ahead and make your request. So I'm going to go back to the main page for just a minute here, retune.so, and look at the free plan here, the hobby plan. 10 personal chatbots, publish on your website, 1,000 messages per chatbot, 100 users per chatbot, 5 uploads a month, and Discord support. So that's what we'll be taking a look at in this video. If you look at the max plan here, that would be for like agencies, teams with custom security, performance, and support needs. You can do the white label solution to get rid of their branding, unlimited file uploads, one-to-one access to AI experts, custom trained fine-tuned models, custom integrations with any application, and priority support. That's a video call same day. So that's, I think, a really nice feature. And I was actually on another page earlier today and looking at a lot of questions and answers about the software. I believe it was from the creator or founder of the application, and it just scrolled on forever. So there was a lot of communication going on, people asking a ton of questions, and I can point that out in the next video. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Get Started, and that takes me to the login page, which I've already logged in to the account. And again, this is the free account, and it shows that I haven't set up any chatbots yet. I did set up an initial embedding, but I'll go ahead and delete that and start over. So we'll just go ahead and delete that right now. And subscriptions, that takes you to the subscription page, which you can see here. You can change between monthly, yearly, and a lifetime license. Like I'll be purchasing the $49 forever license, and it shows you in a little bit more detail what you get as part of that. And then as you go up the cost, you can see the other features that you get. But again, I'm on the free plan. So, and the roadmap, that's just what we're looking at before. And settings, I've already installed my API key. So I went on to the OpenAI website. That's platform.openai.com/account/API-keys. I'll put a link in the description to where that URL is at in case you've not used it before. You go on there, you have to have an account, and you can go ahead and get an API key. And then you come here and you click on this and you feed in your OpenAI key, or if you have a Claude, you can feed that in here. And by default, you get a workspace for free. So it's called My Workspace by default. And if you want to access the Retune API, you have to get a key, and then that's generated. I just generated that recently. And so You would click copy here, and then you can feed that into where it needs to go. So let's go back to the embeddings and go ahead and click on create embedding, and I'll call it Pro Get Book Embedding. And I'll just copy and paste that into there and then click create embedding. Now, since it knows that I have an OpenAI key, it did not ask me for it, but if you did not already have that plugged in before you could get to this page, it would ask you to plug in your OpenAI key because it's going to use that in the background to do its work. And you'll notice there's two options here. You can upload your text file or PDF files, which I will do, or you could do scraping. And because it's not part of the free plan, I can't click on it, and it shows there unlock train with website crawling. But we'll look at that in another video. So I'll go ahead and also point out the book here, Pro Get, and we'll see how long it is here. The book is 498 pages long. And also I want to point out this license for it. It's on the Creative Commons. You are free to share, copy, redistribute the material in any medium or format. You can adapt it, remix it, transform it, and build upon the material. The licensor cannot revoke these freedoms as long as you follow the license terms. Give attribution appropriate credit. Provide a link to the license, which I will include in the description. Indicate if changes are made, which I will not be making any changes to it. I'll just be using it as a source of information for this temporary chatbot for the video. And again, not for commercial purposes, just doing a demo to show this technology. So there is the license, and there is the book. So I'm going to go ahead and get it uploaded here. So here is the file. It's proget.pdf. So let's go ahead and click that and go ahead and let it get uploaded. And I'll come back when it's done. Okay, so now you can see the counter here. It's embedding. It's just been a few seconds. It's up to 15%. And I will go ahead and pause the video and come back when it's finished with this embedding, since it is a fairly large book. All right, it's up to 35%. We're still waiting. All right, it's up to 65% now. All right, it's up to 85%. All right, great. Now it says completed, so let's go on with our next step. All right, so I clicked on the search tab, which was right next to the data, and then just said, who are the authors of the Git book? And also you can see up here in the upper right, you can tell it how many answers you would like to see, and a similarity score here on the top right of each answer. So the next question, I asked it, explain in a bullet point list what is version control used for. There isn't any formatting in the answers at this point. I'm pretty sure there's probably a request for that. However, I do see answers in here. Software source code as the files being version controlled. Though in reality, you can do this with nearly any type of file on a computer. If you are a graphic or web designer and want to keep every version of an image or layout, you would most certainly want to use a version control system. And so anyway, I see different answers to the question here within these three answers. So let's ask it, how do I work with a Git remote? And so it did answer really quickly. run a git fetch remote command, git fetch origin. This command looks up which server origin is. In this case, it's git.ourcompany.com. And so there's 3 different answers again. So here I've asked it, what is GitLab? Great way to connect your Git repositories and GitLab instance to the rest of your development automation, such as CI servers, chat rooms, or deployment tools. Basic usage. The first thing you want to do with GitLab is create a new project. And so it goes on to explain some other things in the first answer. So now let's ask it, what is GitHub? Do a search, and immediately it gave us 3 answers. GitHub is the single largest host for Git repositories, and that is true. Is the central point of collaboration for millions of developers and projects. A large percentage of all Git repositories are hosted on GitHub, and many open source projects use it for Git hosting, issue tracking, code review, and other things. I think that's really accurate. So here I asked it, what are the most popular or useful Git commands? Git pull rebase. Let's see, they're talking about what else here? Cloning repositories, git help command, git clone command, git fetch command, so that does list some good commands there to know about. The formatting does seem a little odd. Some characters here are squished together. I'm sure there's a good reason for that, but I haven't had enough time to look at the roadmap to see if something like this is being mentioned. So I thought you might be interested to see so far what the usage / costs have been for what I just did. And according to this right here, it is on a different time zone, so it's saying August 17th. It costs 0.02 or 2 cents to ingest that PDF document, which I mentioned how many pages it was. Quite a few pages. And so I'll check back in the next video to see if that's accurate or if it changes at all. Also in the next video, I plan to do a web scrape using this feature over here and possibly just look at a couple other things that maybe we didn't take a look at here. But let's go ahead and go to the Chatbot tab here, and it says you don't have any Chatbot yet. So let's go ahead and create a chat, and we'll call this Pro Git Book Chat. And I'll just put that in the description also and click on Create Chat. And so then I'll go ahead and click on this. And let's take a look at everything that it put in here for us. So here I've changed the prompt just a little bit. That was automatically populated. And now I'm going to go ahead and click on the Train with Data button. And as you can see, it's wanting me to go ahead and subscribe to unlock train on my own data. So here I've asked it a question, what can you tell me about Git? So we'll let it go ahead and finish generating that. All right, so let's take a look at its answer. Git is a distributed version control system commonly used for tracking changes in source code. That's true. During software development, it allows multiple developers to collaborate on a project while keeping track of all changes made to the code base. That's true. Here's a few key points, and I like how it kind of broke it out here into different sentences. Distributed version control. Unlike other centralized version control systems, Git is distributed. Each developer has a complete copy of the repository, including its full history. This allows for offline work and easy collaboration. Branching and merging. Git makes it easy to create branches, which are independent lines of development. This allows developers to work on new features or bug fixes in isolation. Branches can be merged back into the main code base. And I won't read the rest of them, but I mean, this answer looks, to me, it looks really good. It's, so far seems 100% accurate. So that's really awesome. And again, here on the prompt page, I did tell it here, you are the helpful chatbot. Your job is to help users with general tasks and advice. From finding good information about the Git technology, you can provide helpful insights. And then it just goes on to explain some more specifics about how it should act. So let's go ahead and ask it another question here. So here I asked it, what are the most popular Git commands? And so far that's looking good. Git init, git clone, git add, git commit, git push, git pull, git branch, git checkout, git merge, git status, git log, git remote, git fetch, git stash. These are just a few of the commonly used Git commands. Git has many more commands and options to cater to different use cases and workflows. So then it says, if you have any specific questions about any of these commands or need help with a particular Git task, feel free to ask. So now let's go ahead and ask it specifically about, can you tell me a lot more about the git remote command? And there it goes. The git remote command is used to manage connections to remote repositories in Git. Allows you to view, add, rename, remove remote repositories. Here are some details about the remote or git remote command. So let's go ahead and let it finish and we'll come back in a second. I think it should just about be done. So there you go. I use git remote -v, that's shown here, to display the URL of each remote repository along with their name and other git remote commands. So this looks really good. Well, I could keep going and asking it all kinds of questions. I wanted to keep this video a little bit shorter, just to show the overall process of using this tool and how quickly you can get up and running with it to do your embeddings, to create your chatbot. And I will briefly show using it to publish the chatbot into a program. So here I've clicked on the publish command and you can see the different options. Show a pop-up chat widget in your website, identify with a specific user, show the chat widget in a page, or show a specific thread inside of an iframe. So I'm going to go ahead and use one of those and I'll be back in just a minute to show that. So here you can see I typed a command called npx create-react-app test1, and now it's creating a new React app in this folder on my local computer. So we're going to go ahead and let this finish, and then we'll go ahead and open it up in VS Code, a programming editor, and then we'll make a change using the code that they gave us in the iframe published settings page that you see behind this window. All right, so I went ahead and made a sample React application, and I've gone ahead and run it, and it's here in this code window. And so I'll show you the changes that I made basically in two places. Here in app.js is where I inserted the iframe, so you can see that right there. And also in the index.html, down here at the bottom of the page, I put the script code in. And so that is the code that they told us to go ahead and use. And if you haven't used React before, I'll show you how I started this program. Basically, I showed it just earlier in the video of how I created the project. Then you just come in here and you type in npm start. So I'll go ahead and do that and hit enter. And then what it does, it starts up a local copy of it on this machine. And then I'll show it running in the web browser. So there you can see it's running in localhost 3000. So I'll go ahead and pull that up. And so here it is in my browser, localhost 3000. So that code, the basic React application, this is what it looks like. But then if we scroll down, we can see the assistant is here. And so then I can go ahead and type in what are some of the top Git commands. And then we can see it's going to go ahead and answer the question like it did when we were interactively using it inside of their own web interface. But now we're using it from our own React application, interfacing with the iframe on their system. And so that was really quick. And I can go ahead and zoom in a little bit to show a little bit more closely the assistant. And my question, what are some of the top Git commands? And then we can see the assistant's answer. And those are all top used commands that I use with Git. And you can see the message down here, it's branded since I have a free account. So there you go. I'll do one other thing, I'll be right back. Okay, so I made a quick change in the code and I got rid of the basic React application header. And now I just put in a H1 tag that says Retune chat, and then the iframe is right below that there. So let's go ahead and see what it looks like. So now here it is running in a web page inside of a React application on my local machine. And we'll ask it one more question. Please tell me more about the git pull command and all of its options. All right, so there it goes. This is great. I like how it does appear to have some color coding there with some of the keywords. It might be hard to see in the video, but like git pull no rebase, git pull ff only, git pull, those are like highlighted or bolded. So let's go ahead and try to ask it, I guess, one more question. Why not? Tell me more about the git pull no rebase. So now we're getting down into successive levels of details about Git at a high level and now getting into a lower level. So there you go. We've taken a look at this great new program, Retune, as we showed here, showing how to go ahead and get the iframe code and the script code, how to create our embeddings, how to use that in a chatbot, then how to go ahead and use the publish information, and then we put it in the React application like I showed in the code. So I hope you find this helpful. I think it's exciting working with this technology. And if you haven't seen some of my other videos, I've made, I don't know, 5 or 6 different videos about chatting with PDF documents and using this AI technology in various different ways, including some software that I've been working on with React. So anyway, I appreciate you stopping by. And again, I hope this video helped you in some way. And I will be making another video about this after I get subscribed to their paid service. So thanks for stopping by, and I'll talk to you as soon as possible. If you like this channel, please like and subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified when I post new content.